Hello, hello. Here we go.
Hello, hello, Dana.
Dana's not here yet.
Dana's not here yet.
She's coming. This is going to be a live video chat show for arts and crafts for adults because we use sharp things like scissors and needles and heat guns and hot glue guns and dangerous electrical items. But it's also going to be a live chat show where we interact with the chat room and we have fun.
Put ice in your cooler, didn't you? You filled it up.
Yeah, I got a drink and I have a granola bar. I'm good to go. Joe's checking on me. He's making sure I got everything I need. He's already gone out and got the mail for us. So we do have a little bit of a happy meal. I don't know what's hanging that up, but we'll find out. So let's get my chat room up here. And we will look for me and me and live.
We will look for
And
me.
turn that down. I'm never going to worry about it. I'm just not going to worry about it. So there's Janet Nash and Joyce and Goldie. Good evening, girls. Good evening. How are you? How are you, good guys? Good. There's Esther. Woohoo! The whole gang is here.
Yeah.
So I've got some new books I want to show you. Y'all going to just love them. You might as well just go ahead and get a pencil and paper so you can write down the titles. I'm just telling you, you're gonna need pencil and paper tonight. I printed some things off my computer and I had to print an alignment page, which is a waste of ink. But this is what I copied. This here. So we're gonna cut some of these up. This is my artist trading coin circle that Esther gave me, and I made copies, and this is my master copy. So when I make more coins, I'll keep this one, and then I'll make copies of it, and then I can cut the copies up for my coins. That's what that's all about. So see that little box next to me? It's not filled up yet.
This one.
No, beside here, down there in the corner.
Here.
Down one more. See my hands down there in the little blue box. The little blue box where my hands are right here. Not the big one, but the little one.
There.
No, down to the left. This one. Down to the corner, left corner.
Just punch at it.
No, I don't want you to punch it.
Oh,
There's an empty box beside it, and Dana will be
There,
no, down, up, down, up, left. There, that's the empty box Dana will be in.
Right here.
Yeah. So I'm watching for her. She'll come in there in that box right there.
And what happens when she does that?
Then you can click it with the mouse.
Oh.
Not yet. No, don't
I
touch
just
it.
go over here like this.
Don't touch it. It's fine.
And go like that.
Right, when she gets there. Oh, dear. Okay. We're doing a little bit of student teaching today. So Margaret's here. Hello.
Hi, honey.
Good evening. Bonnie's here. All right. Good to see everybody. Now, I know it says there's 15 of y'all in here, so there's got to be somebody up in the balcony. Yes, these are Debbie Epps' things.
Bonnie.
So I'm just going to go right into her books.
Jody. Hello.
So I got this book here. It's a collage companion. It's put a bird on it. So it's a lot about birds, right? And it's by Debbie Epps. She's one of our very own girls in our group. She's been with us for a long time. And one of the things I like, usually the front of the book has, usually it's like the favorite pictures of the book, and you have to tear the front part off and cut it up because you want to use this too, right? Well, Debbie has gone a step further and printed a page so that we can cut this off without destroying the book. I always destroy the books. I rip the pages up. But I like doing that. And she's got directions on how to use the book, and then these are some birds, extra birds, and then she's got collage. These are like ATC size, and then on the back side there's pretty paper, so you could actually use this for an ATC, and then put your name, maybe decorate it a little bit more, put something else on it, doodle or something, and then on the back side it's already decorative, and you can put your ATC information on the back. So that's cute. And here's some more birds. These are home sweet home, bird houses, bird nest. That's good. I'm not going to go through every page, and then the back of this one is also pretty. So if you cut this bird out, you'll have a pretty page on the back. Now, if you want the back and the front, then you'll have to do what I did, and you'll have to make one copy. Now, you can't, she does not, she does allow you to make a copy for your use, not for the world. So this is a copyright on the book, but I'm allowed to make a copy if I'm going to cut these out and put them in my chicken book, which I am. And then I've got these on the other side that I'm going to use in my chicken. This one's going in the chicken book too. And I think maybe some of you bird lovers could know, but is this like a falcon? That's like a falcon bird. It's not a chicken. It's a different type of bird. And then of course the peacock and the duck. But I'm definitely going to use the chicken in my this in my chicken book. But I think that's a falcon. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and trim that out while we're here. And she also made a point to tell me, and I noticed it now, but at the time I didn't realize it. She has when she made this book up, was designing the book, she made sure that that the pages have a border around the pages, and especially along the inside. The inside has a border instead of the picture going up to the box, to the book, to the gutter, so that you can cut the entire picture out and not clip off the back of the page or that side of the page without destroying your photo. And so that was one thing. Like this one here, it has a border right there, that red stripe. So if you cut this out, actually that's not a good example. But like this one here is a better example. There's a black border around the picture so that you get the entire picture out without ripping part of this side of the page. So she was very courteous and conscious about making sure that most of her pages have this border so that you can cut it out safely. And I don't know which side I would do. I like them both. And then again, if you wanted to put this in a book, make a book and use this for one side and the other side, you could do that. And then you can continue to decorate this. This looks like a fall picture to me. And I'm going to put it back in here. But anyway, that was one of the things that she did that was really good. And there's always a couple of pages in the back if you need it, like if you have extra pages that you've cut out and you can stick them in here, that would be good for that one. And then there's a page about the author, and there's some more birds. So it's a nice book.
How do you get it?
Oh, I got it at Amazon, on Amazon. Now, you can also get a digital download from Etsy. And if you like to print them things out yourself, and that way you'll have the digital file and you can just print out what pictures you want. This is another page that I will use in my chicken book. And then this side I definitely want to keep too. So I will print either this side or this side for my use. And the same thing with this one. I definitely want this side. And he's awful cute. So I'll probably make a copy of him and put him in the back. And then I can use these three birds. They would be cute to paint, in when I do paintings and stuff. But anyway, this is to put a bird on it. It's got a lot of different birds. It's got a lot of different pictures, really cute background pages. Um, and I just love it. I just love it. Very nice. This is called Put a Bird on It. Then the next book I have is a collage companion book, and it's by Debbie, and she has put this book together, and it's got lots of options in here. Um, Collaging pictures, a lot of collaging pictures, and there's a few big ones, and I would want to cut some of this out, Fessy cut some of it, and I don't know if I might even use all of it because I love that big window back there. But there's some pretty things in here to play with, and there's the ballerinas and the dancers or runners. No, I think they're. I can't tell if they're running or dancing. And here's some more ballerinas and dance. I love these little girls here. They're so sweet. So sweet. And very, very, very nice. Very tastefully done. And I know that if Debbie were to flip through this, she could tell you more about each of the pictures, how she picked them, and these pictures are um, pictures from this is a page of Renovor, Renoivir, and that's who the author is of these pictures. So she gives credit, and she's got permission to put them in her book. And some oil paintings. This is kind of a famous painting.
Is it the oil painting that makes them look soft?
It just depends on how the artist handles it. And this is Claude Monet uh, pictures, and they're like in. I think Claude Monet is in the public domains, and you're allowed to use them with permission. So anyway, there's just a lot of collaging things in here and ideas. Look at the background on this. See, I would love to do the background of that, and I've done something similar to that. And then Betsy cut her out or paint her on my background that I make like that. And there's another one over here. Look at these backgrounds. This one's a flower wall, like wallpaper. And she's got a butterflies on her eyes. That's cute. But this one here has got bubbles and drips. So that would be fun to do on as a background page. And then either paint her or cut her out and put her on. So a lot of ideas and different techniques that you see to give you ideas of I love doing background pages anyway. So very, very cute, very nice, very pretty, very pretty, and they all have the border around it so that you can cut to the middle of the book and get it off. So very nice. So this one's a Claw's Companion, and then this one here is twice as thick. It's got more pages than the others, and I think this one cost a little bit more, so that's why. So when you see a price jump on one of her book from one book to another, check how many pages is in it because it's got more pages. And they all have 2 extra pages in the back about the author. This one's pets. It's cats, dogs, and chickens. Okay, the chickens are in the back, and these characters have uh, clothing on, their whimsical clothing. And I like painting these guys too. And of course, a lot of the chickens will go into the chicken book. And there's some holiday ones. We got fall, Christmas, patriot, and then shamrock style pictures. So those would be cute on those holidays. And I love the little scarves, the little bandanas. But they're cute. They're very cute. And here's another page with a whole bunch on. I would basically cut those out or and take a picture of this one. Since it's got a lot of white on it, this would be easy to print this side better than this side. Either way, I can print one and then keep one. And this will go into the chicken book as well. I love that page. So it'll go. And then we've got the hens all dressed up, waiting to go to the hen party. And we've got some chickens at the beach in beach mode, summertime. And then we get back into the dogs. So here comes the dogs. And I just think they are so cute. They're so realistic to people, the characteristics of them. And they're just cute. They're just cute. And Dana's dogs are in here. I'll be getting to those in just a minute. And I used to have another book, and I think I've used all the dogs out of it, but it was formal. It was people, famous people, and their dogs. And they had whatever dog they had owned was the head of them in their professional suits. There was judges and fancy suits and different types of wear from the characteristic of the people that they took pictures of, and then the dogs were the dog heads were their faces, and they had their names on and stuff. And I think I've used most of those dogs in other projects over the years. But here the look, Goldie. We've got Goldie in Paris. Who would Goldie be with? Who is that with Goldie? And then we've got the Dalmatians. And these dogs are at the park. They look like the weenie dogs too. But they're cute. And here's Dana's dogs. We ought to paint that one day for Dana. And then here's a dog and a frog. But they've got characteristics that are cute. And depending on what you're making and what you're doing. Oh, Goldie has a brother. Oh, Jasper. Okay. And just cute. They're just fun. Fun. So, Mr. and Mrs. But anyway, there's the dogs. And then we're getting into the kitty cats here. They're coming up next. A lot of dogs, a lot of pictures. There's a lot of pictures in this book. This is about halfway through. And then we're going to the front of the book, and that's where all the kitty cats come in. Here comes she would be pretty to paint. So hi, everybody coming in. There's Jassy and Marty. There's Debbie. And if anybody has any questions for Debbie, Debbie, put your links in for me for the Amazon and the Etsy. I told everybody that the paperbacks in Amazon and the digital downloads are from Etsy. If you'd like to keep the file and print out as you go. So isn't that pretty? She's pretty. But anyway, there's a lot of cats, a lot of dogs, and a lot of chickens in this book. This is an extra thick book, and it's worth every single little penny. I love there's every one of these pages I can see myself doing. Here they are eating while they're building the building, having their lunch. That's a famous take off of a picture from when they were building the state building.
Yeah, New York.
And
High rise.
I've got a book on them building that, and the pictures of the guys sitting out on the beam having their lunch and just talking. So anyway,
The iron workers.
yeah, the ironworkers. You're so sweet. Now I don't know how she's got a kitty foot, extra kitty foot here. So I'm not sure about that.
I think that was put in.
Think it was added in and
Yeah.
forgot to take one of them out.
No, it was just
Because I see the flowers back here. It can't be the back leg, unless it's a lucky foot, like a rabbit's foot. I don't know. But anyway, these are pretty, and these all of these two girls have pearls. They look like little gypsies, but they're so cute. And see, I can see myself cutting a bunch of these out and putting them in my books. And this is cute to do with the board in the background. So look at these. They just look like they belong. So anyway, that's the pet collection and the collage companion and the put a bird on it collage companion. And this book is 18, so I'm pretty sure she's got 18 books to go through. But these are the three that I picked out that I could not live without. And I stopped looking after the third book. Oh, it was a mistake. Oh no, Debbie. We're just gonna call it a little good luck rabbit, good luck cat foot. Yeah, we'll make it into a keychain. And I picked it out. Oh Lord, have mercy.
you didn't know it.
I picked it out. I think she did know it, but she said she missed it. So I'm sorry. All right. There's 20 books. So Amazon.com. Now the thing about it is, you need to, if you want to know what's inside the book, you need to watch another video of somebody showing them, and that's what I did. I was watching who was showing these the other day, and I bought them, and that's why I knew what was inside. And but like I said, every single page is a go. Every single page, you will not be disappointed in Debbie's books. She takes extra care in picking out the pictures, and she puts extra thought in the book by putting this in is awesome, because I would love to cut her out, but I don't want to tear up my front of the book. But I would, if I really wanted her, I would cut it up. I don't have a problem cutting things up. Some people buy two books, they keep one and then they cut one, and that's perfectly fine too. And she told me that I could print one side if I wanted to use both sides, and I did. This was on the other side, and I got this chicken, and then I copied this one because I'm going to use all of these in my chicken book. I've got a chicken book, so that's that. Um, and my chicken book is close by. Where's my chicken book? It's close. I know it is. Okay, hang on. That's the napkin book. Did I put it up? I could have. Here it is. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have a craft lunch here in a second. There we go. Okay. It was one of those Houdini acts over there. So this book here is my chicken book, and I've got all kinds of things in here that I've colored. People have colored and sent to me. People sent me. This is a napkin, and this is on a tea bag. Oh gosh. Anyway, they're all happy mails. Here's a hidden paper clip, and it just sort of went with the book, so I put it in there. And there's all kinds of chickens in here. There's a chicken tag from Cindy, and a lot of happy mail in here as well. So here I can take one of the chickens here and put it on the nest. Of course, this is a bird's nest. It's not a chicken nest, but we're not going to be prejudiced, and we can take one of these birds to put on the nest, and that's my goal. Is to put these in here as we go. So we'll put them in the book, and we can fussy cut them out later when we sit down with this book. We can put them. We can get them placed in the pages. So yeah, Goldie, the digital prints. You can print those out on any size if you're if you know how to do that kind of stuff. I know a little bit, but I don't know how to do my techie stuff very well. I'm not a techie person. I'm just not. I wish I was, but I'm not. So anyway, we've got all of those chickens put away, and then we've got this one, and we'll put him in here too. And then when I put him down, it's a her. Excuse me. She's got on a dress, and I think I will draw a dress down and put some blue down there and extend her dress down below her. Wouldn't that be cute? Or I could put something else on the background. But anyway, that's going to be my chicken book. And so I'm going to put these over to the side. I know that I will want to use these in a minute, but they're over here for where they belong in my stash. And I've got all my flip art books over here, so that's good. So, and this is just some paper. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Doretha. Hi, Daisy, Bonnie. Hello. Hello, everybody coming in. Sharon Lombard. Good to see everybody. My goodness, there's 28 of y'all in here. Goodness, what are we going to do? This is my brown paper. I am going to do something with, I'd like to make a book out of all that brown cardstock paper. Now, I was on yesterday with Dana and Becca, and we did a bunch of fun things. This is a reverse coloring book. The collar is down, and the rest of the rest of the picture is not. So you get to put what you think you want the coloring book coloring page to be. And if you want to Google reverse coloring book examples on YouTube, but in this particular book, all you need is a pen. The collar is already down, and so we all three have the book, and we decided to do page number 1. And this color was already there, and I took a pen and ran around and doodled. That's what I call it, doodling. And I put down what I think I saw. So I saw this character, and then over here, down here, is another little dog character. And that's as far as we got. We just did it for a few minutes to see if we liked it, and I think I am going to like it. So and then down here, this is like the water, looking at the water. And if you can't see something in this direction, then you might want to turn it around and see a city up here and do something down here. And I'm just saying the imagination is endless in this book. So here's another page. And I was thinking, it could be a moon, or it could be an earth, or it could be a underwater something, maybe something in somebody's in a air bubble, and you can pick somebody in the air bubble, and they're under the sea. So anyway, these are reverse colorings, and Rebecca brought up the fact that um, it's like the paint blobs that we used to do. You know how we did the paint blobs, and you all can tell me what you see in one of these, and then if I can see it, I can draw it. And with your help, we could use these as paint blobs. And see, this to me looks like a creek and some boulders around the creek and some foliage in the woods. But you might see something different. You know, it might be something different. But I've got a imagination, so you know how that goes. But this could be some water and a fish jumping out of the water, and I can turn this into a fish. And see, I could fudge a little bit with the lines. I can make the lines. So Diane's here. Hello, hello. Hi, Patty. Come on in. I'm glad to see you here. Well, that's wonderful, you all. Oh my gosh, there's 30 of y'all. So a pear and a punch bowl. There you go. There you go. It might be a fruit bowl. So anyway, this book I think is going to be fun. It's not going to be something I'll do every day, but it'll be something that we can fall into. And but right now I'm saving it for Becca and Dana to play with, and see how they like it. And if they don't want to continue in it, I will. Esther's cooking. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that in my collection. And then I really like this page. We played a prompt game yesterday on Dana's channel. And the prompts were gel pens. And I used some gel pens on the borders, around the borders. And then it was markers, and that's where I used the markers on top of the gel pens and the marker around the border of that. And then it was whimsical. And I thought that the books and the watch and this compass looked whimsical. And then there were three papers that are layered, and your favorite color. So I chose blue, and I picked three blue papers to layer down. And it said credit card, and I used my credit card to smush all the glue out of all of the things that I glued down on here, because I had the paper first, then I glued the whimsicals, and then it says flowers, and here's my cluster of flowers, and the butterfly came with the flowers, and vintage, and this came out of a vintage word book that was also a new book that I bought. I haven't showed it to you yet, and it's a lot of fun. It's going to be one of my go-to books for words. And as soon as I see it, I'll here it is. I got this book last month, and this is just words, and it's both sides as well. But most of the both side the back side is just solid. So I probably won't use any of the back pages, but I'll use the words. I'll be cutting the words out. So I'm always looking for some kind of word. And this is vintage quotes and word ephemera. So that's what the prompt was. The prompt was something vintage. So that was my vintage, and I glued it down on some brown paper. And on the other side of the paper was the prompts. So I recycled. And then it said circles and black paint, and I did some circles on the background by using my lid to my glue stick, and I did black paint. I tried to do markers, but it was permanent marker, and it wouldn't. I couldn't get it wet. It wouldn't smear. Sharon's got that book. Okay. All right. Everybody's getting hungry. Dorothy's going to order some DoorDash. All right. Can I post the prompts? Yes, I can write the prompts back down, and I can post them for you. Let me write them down real quick. And it was on Dana's channel. If you want to go back and look, if you want to watch it, it was a fun night, a very fun night. We had a good time. Well, let me find my ink pen here. So I don't know if it's in the correct order or not, but um, we had gel pens, and markers. And we wrote them all down and put them down in whatever order we wanted to do the order. It wasn't on order here. You can do them in any order you want. Um, Flowers, circles, black paint, vintage, whimsical, a credit card or a card, and you can make lines with the card. You can smear paint with the card. You can. I smeared. I rubbed all my glue out with my card, and we want 3 pieces of paper. And your favorite color, and I chose blue. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's the prompts. We had 10 prompts. So, but anyway, I really liked how the page turned out. It was a happy moment for me. So that's what happened there. Now, we are in the middle of a napkin trade. I just want to briefly say that. And I want to briefly pull that out. Uh, if anybody is in the napkin trade or wants to do a napkin trade, you still can. You still can sign up. And the rules are, I will assign you a person. Our leaders is Beth, Sharon Lumbar, and Esther are our fearless leaders. And I love the idea of somebody helping me instead of me doing it all. That is wonderful that they help, that they want to help. And I'm going to start doing that more often. We're going to do that if anybody wants to be a helper, but you cannot be a procrastinator. It has to be done on time, exactly on time. You cannot be a procrastinator to be a leader. You have to be responsible. But anyway, I've assigned people to each person, and these people send them 10 napkins and a self-addressed stamped envelope. So however you put your napkins in your envelope, if you tear the white backs of them off, it'll be lighter in postage. If you don't if you don't tear the backs off, then you will take responsibility for the postage, and you will send back a self-addressed stamped envelope. And Sharon has a list of girls, and Esther has a list of girls, and I have a list of girls. So if you do not know who to send your napkins to, let me know. I've posted this in my group. And yeah, everybody is active. Or ACTs. Yeah, nobody's like ACTs. Anyway, there's she is. Dana, you want to come in? You don't? You can come in and paint if you want. I posted the little girl. I've already posted a little girl, so we can paint her. And so if you have any questions whatsoever, please message me. If you would like to sign up, it's not too late. This is for June, okay? June is not here yet. These are to be done and mailed back by June the 15th. They have to be mailed to us before June the 15th, before the middle of the month, so that we can have time to send ours back to you. Oh, okay. She's doing work. All right. She's got she's got homework. Okay, Dana. Dana has homework. Dana's being responsible. Dana is a X-ray technician and radiology expert, therapist. I'm not sure what her exact title is, but it's in radiology. And so she every year she does this little workshop and does a continuing education class to keep her license updated. So she's a CT technologist. Thank you, Dana. And so she's doing her continuing education. And I remember my mom; she was a teacher, and she took continuing education classes every summer. She had to take one or two classes to keep her big degree up, whatever her degree was. And she had her master's in elementary education. So that's nice. And so she's got to get ready to take the test. All right. So, okay, with enough of the napkins, if anybody needs anything, you can always message me. I get right back to you really fast when I get messages. So I'm pretty fair about that. And I'm pretty fair about leniencies if you have any situations. So okay. So I will post those in the group too for Jassy. And let's get over here. And we will go there and we will post this picture. Okay, there you go. There's just some prompts to play with. And now I watch Dee Dee, and every time she streams, she has this big bowl of prompts. Some of them are words, they're objects, they're people, they're places, they're all kinds of words and cards in this big bowl. And she usually pulls out 5 of them. And if you are interested, you could take those words and draw a page with them. And of course, she's more of a sketch artist, and she's got a girl in the room that she sketches it out. She makes a big page and sketches all 5 items and makes it into a scene. Angie says, no walk today. It's raining. Well, Angie, you can still walk in place. I'll set my timer if you want. I'll set the timer and let you walk for 10 minutes. And you don't have to walk fast, just in place. Step, 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 slow, slow. That would be good to do for you, Angie. It would really be um, excellent in your walking training thing that you're doing. Let me know, and I'll set my alarm clock or my watch, my timer on my clock. I'll set it for you. So okay, now um, I, I'm going to go ahead and paint today. I love doing my napkin book. I love doing the chicken book and my vintage book, but I've neglected you guys in painting for a while. So I thought just gonna, just gonna paint. So I've posted the girl in my Facebook group. Let's see if I can find her. thought I posted her, but I do have another picture of her. Well, I don't see her. Okay, let's go over. Oh, maybe I need to post it. Let me see if I have it in my pic. There she is. I'll post her. There she is. She's got a scarf in her hair. She's taking a picture. She's on vacation. So I have the perfect piece of paper to use for her scarf and her bag. And I saw it yesterday in the blue book. And then I need something for her top. I can paper piece her. And look, here's a camera. I think it'll be too big. It'll be too big. Unless I can find another camera that's a little bit smaller. This is a vintage book. Vintage Treasures. This is traveling. There's some roses. That's a parasail. A page of quartz. These will definitely be something specialty items, that's for sure. This is where I got the books at. There's some leather. This is where I got the compass from. Okay. I don't see. There's some luggage, some postcards, a telephone. It's not that book I want. I want this one here. I want this book. This is the third poolside book that I've gotten. I've loved this book so much. I use it so much. I got it from Walmart. Of course, it's at the front, what I want. That's going to be her scarf. Okay. Okay. So let's take a little draw. Let's draw her out a little bit. And I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to use a pen. So you all, if you want to ask me anything, type it in caps. Hi, Barbara dear. And Angela. Talking to Angie. Angela Adele. Have I missed anybody? I said Bonnie. I hope I've talking to most of you. Type in caps if you want to get my attention. Otherwise, I'm going to be on here. Okay? So we're going to make her head, and it's going to be kind of round. And then she's going to have an arm that comes down and up. And I'm going to have to try to make a camera. So here's going to be her camera. And it's going to be right below her eye. Her big eye. And she's getting ready to push the buttons. And something like that. We'll just make it like that. And then here's her hand. I'm not doing very good. Something like that. And then this side of her eye is closed so that she can see what she is taking a picture of. And she doesn't have any eyebrows, but I think I'm going to put a little bit of an eyebrow in like that. And she's got her her hat on, and she's got a stick curl on the front of her hair. She's got a little curl. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. Where is Becca? Becca Becca knows that song. And then her her dude rag. What are these little hats called? They have a name. What are these little hats called? They're little. They're not dude rags. They're not bandanas. They're little hat covers, so to speak, that cover your hair. Handkerchief, do rag, scarf. That's what I was saying. And I'm going to cut that out of that paper. So we'll try. And then I've got her arm. It's not the best, but and then under her uh, here is her little top.
Says the launch is gonna be in 6 minutes.
Okay, baby, take pictures. So she's got on layers. It's layers, but anyway, we're gonna make this her shirt, and she looks like she's got a ribbon on her thing, and I know exactly what ribbon I'm going to use if I can find it. This is going to be the ribbon. This is the ribbon that uh, somebody put in my Happy Mail. It was either Doretha or Anidra did it. Snood, Snood. So we're going to use that for her ribbon on her outfit. We'll use that. And then she's got on green pants. And they're kind of look like this. And then her ankles. and her shoes. Let's see if I can do her shoes. She's kind of got on Mary Jane's, but they're brown. And then this shoe is coming over here. Like that. Something like that. And then her other arm is going up on this side of the camera. And we will just do it like this. That's okay. And she's got a big eye with a pupil. And she's got a white mark right there. And she does have a eyelashes going up. Something like that. And then she's got a little nose like that. And she's got a mouth. And her mouth is like this. And the bottom part is like this. And that's her mouth. And then she's going to have a bag. Kind of like a little hobo bag, little gypsy bag with fringe and an opening that has a nice little pretty button for the jewelry. And then this is going to go up across her shoulders like that. Can you all see? Did I do it? And then her dress, or her top, is a tunic. And it has little stripes on it. Like that. Like that. And she's got on little buttons right here. And she's got a little patch right there. All right. So I think that's going to be her. Have I forgotten anything? That's right, Barbara. Well, it's an awful short dress. No, it's a tunic. It's supposed to go down to her thighs. But I think that's about, and it says "You make me smile," and that's a corny joke. because she's taking a picture. So I've got another ribbon. Let's put those over there. And I'm going to work on this. Now, what I could do, if I want to, I could take a napkin. This is the back of a napkin. And I can lay it down over top, kind of like a tissue paper. And what I want to do is just trace this little hat, this little headscarf. I'm going to trace it, trace it, trace it, trace it, like that. And then I can lay it down on top of my paper. And I'm going to do it on the back side. And I don't need the whole sheet, so I'm just going to cut off this much of the paper to use it. So now you could also have used, if you've got any what is it, the tracing paper for the with the black on one side and you type on it. What's it called? Copy paper. What's it called? So I'm going to turn this over to this side. And I can cut this out, or I could use another ink pen that bleeds through, like my other marker, like this one, and it will bleed through the napkin, and it'll mark the paper underneath. Now the thing about this, I'm going to flip it over because I want this to come out to be the right side of her head. So I'm turning it over, and I'm on the back side of the copy paper, and I'm just going to outline what I want to cut, and hopefully this will bleed through like that. And when I cut this out, I will probably cut it a little bit bigger than what this is. See if I can cut it out with this little bit of a direction here. Didn't go through, did it? So I can line this up again and try it again on this side. I'm making this up as I go. Yep. Hopefully that'll work. Now I can see it. So I don't need a napkin anymore. And I can cut this out. And I'm going to go on the outside of the ink. So it'll be just a little bit bigger. Like that. This will be on her face. So when I flip it over, it fits on top of the what I made. like that. Love it. So I'm just going to glue this down. Got to start somewhere. And I think I'm going to use some markers on this today. See if I can get it matched up again. And I got some markers we can use. And then I can use this little piece for her little bag. See? That's what we'll do there. It matches. She's color coordinated. An art hack. Woohoo! Yeah, it was an art hack. And I can see a little bit of pen, but I'm going to outline it with a black marker anyway. So that'll be all right. I didn't cut it quite big enough, but that's okay. We can work with that. So let's get my markers out. And I have these that Joe bought me. So there's all kinds of shades. And let's see what shades we want. There is a peachy, pinky shade. I think one of these are fine tip. They're both fine tips. This one's a magic marker tip. And this is also a marker tip. So we'll have to test these. They're different colors because they're different colors on the nibs. And what I can do is test them out. That's orange. And it doesn't really match the cap. And this one's more beige skin tone. And then I have another one that's a pinkish. And it's like methalade. I don't think I need any of the methalade. So we'll put that one back. And then I'm going to need, and I think this gray would look good highlighting the hat. It doesn't have to be in a black. So we'll put that one back. And then we're going to need a green for her eye and her pants. That's a pretty green. That's a grassy green. I think I'm going to go with the first one. That's even darker. Okay. We're going to use this for her pants. And then her shirt is brown and it matches her shoes. This is a plum. They don't have names on them. Here's a brown. That would go good with her shirt and her shoes. And this is going to go for her face and her arms and her legs. And we're just going to start with that. And I can still use a black if I need it for her straps and her eyeliner. Then her curl needs to be brown, and I'll use the same brown as her shirt and her shoes. So she'll be color coordinated. Her eyelashes are black, her pupil is black, and the camera is a gray. So I can use this gray for her camera as well with the black lens. All right, we're going to try these colors first, and then we'll look for something else later. So let's see if we can do it. So I'm going to start off with this one. And I'm going to outline her bandana. Cover up those extra lines that are showing. And I'm going to try to go real slow so I don't mess it up. Like that. Okay. And there's a couple of lines there. That's okay. This is a dark gray, believe it or not. Okay. I need to find a little bit lighter gray. And I could even use a little bit of paint on this if I need to. And this is going to be for the lens. Like that. And then her pupil is going to be black. Okay. And then I might even get some pencils. I could use some pencils. So for that one, I'm going to use the gray, back to the gray. And the gray is dark. And I'm going to do her little purse decorations here. and then her little dangles, and then her uh, her strap, and I could do her buttons, and her patch, some highlights, and I need my pin back because I'm going to be making her shoes again. Forgot a portion of her shoes. The shoes are going to be brown, and I don't mind that the pen is outlining it. And then her strap. Like that. Okay, I like that. And in this, instead of putting the ribbon there, I'm going to decorate it with a trim with this on it. Like that. And okay, so now we can go to the next color. Let's see, her stripes are going to be here on her top. And I think this would be a good chance to use. I've got my Prismacolors, but I also have ink tints. This might be fun to do a little bit of ink tints. And I call this whimsical. Everybody okay? Flip the napkin or it will trace it backwards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Goldie. And I did that. Hi, Juju. She's home from work and she's listening, so she'll be in the balcony. Good. Juju, you rest up so you can come on tonight. Hi, Barry. Barry's in the house. Goldie, I get them online. The pictures come from the world, the wonderful World Wide Web. And actually, Dana, or was it Dana? No, it was Becca that found this little girl. We were going to paint her last night, and we ended up doing that prompt page, and then we did uh, the reverse coloring book. That's what we did. So I need the gray back. And I'm going to outline her purse. A little, just like that. Decoration, the black on top. I could also use a metallic pen. I've got a gold pen. You know, I like to use my gold pen. And that's what I need to put in on my grocery list. My gold pen is it's a Krylon, Krylon, and it's a 18 karat gold pen. And it is, I've had it a long time. It's all rubbed off. And so I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. And I think they're kind of expensive, but it's a necessity. Well, I don't see my. Okay, we'll go back to this. And I need to put this in my basket because I keep forgetting. So I go to Amazon. Kryon, 18 karat gold pen. They've got spray. And they've got the 18 gold leafing pen. And that's the one I purchased last year. It's been October 23, and I'm already into 25, halfway through 25. So I've had it for 2 years, and it's been a good one. And it's in my basket. And I liked it. Here's another one. Oh, okay. We'll get the free delivery. That's what we want. There's a cheaper one, but it's got $6.99 for shipping. So we don't need the shipping. We want free shipping. It's cheaper. All right. Now I'm back to the girl. She's looking good. She's making progress. And I do have some uh, micron pens that are fine tip, and this might work for her eyes, being a smaller pencil. We've got her little eyelashes, and the ink pen did a good job on this one. And we're gonna color her eye green. And I'm just gonna do this over the pencil and make her little nose. Her lips are going to be kind of red. We'll get and something for that. And her patch. I've got to find a shade for that. Okay, I don't need this one anymore. I could put a little button on her shoes. On her shoe strap. All right, I like that. That's good. The gold, I think I was going to put that on here. That looks good. And I don't know what else, except maybe on her corner of her camera. Silver would have been good too, but that's all right. And her push button. And maybe along the top, we could put some gold up there. That looks good. That's going to be her flash. And we've got to look. We can look in our vintage book, our vintage word book that I got, and we can see if we can find a word. It says, "You make me smile." Don't know if there's a word in here like that, but there might be something similar, even if it's just smile. And if not, I can make a tag out of the brown paper that I've got, and I can put it along the side here and make my own. You make me smile, and I can add the gold to it. Here is the definition of smile. That would be cute. Oh, I've got Happy Mail. Is Sharon R. in here tonight? Have I missed anybody? I know I have. Is Sharon R. in here? She sent me a sympathy card for Abby. So she made me a card, and she typed all this out, and I'm sure, yeah, especially made for you by an animal lover, Sharon R. And she put a paw print. But it says, in loss of your Abby, losing a pet is losing a special part of your family. Please know that I am thinking of you and yours. They are gone from our sight, but never from our memory. Gone from our hearing, but never from our hearts. Gone from our touch, but their presence is felt. This is true, guys. And the love that they gave us never departs. Thank you, Sharon. That is so sweet. And I'm definitely going to put this in the book somewhere. And then she made me an origami puppy dog out of puppy paper. Isn't that cute? She went way out of her way. And then I decided that I needed a black dog, and I cut one out, and I've lost it. I've lost it over here. So I was going to take the black dog and put it somewhere, maybe on the bottom of the page. I can cut it out again if I can't find it, but I swear I had it right here. It was in the envelope. I had it. It was similar to that, but not exactly. So where did it go, guys? It had to be right here. Let me check the floor real quick. It could be on the floor. It's not uncommon for me to drop things. Is this it? I saw a foot. So this is going to be Abby. and I think she'll go down here on the bottom, and I can give her a leash. So we'll use Abby. We'll put her on last. If we don't lose her, she's still looking good, the little girl. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to, I can put this on the opposite page in my book along with the this dog, and I'm going to put Abby in here too. So we will definitely do this last. I'm going to put it right here for safekeeping. And yeah, Sharon did that for me, and I will acknowledge that in my Facebook group. So here is the green, and I'm going to make her it's going to be bright green. And I'm going to use the rest of that with a mark pencil, so it'll tone it back a little bit. Being patient. And again, I will have another pencil to fill in the rest. Like that. Okay. And I have a peachy color for her skin. And I'm going to do her curl, her little curl with this brown. And maybe her eyebrows. And I know her arm looks wonky, but wonky is okay sometimes. Sometimes we get wonky. We're wonky sometimes. And this is going to be her skin color. It's not exactly white. It's not exactly peach. It's just her skin color. And she had some, that copper tone uh, suntan lotion. Some of it has some kind of a coloring in it. Well, this is what color it turned her skin, and it's a stain. Do you all believe that? Can you believe it? It's it's just her skin color, and she used too much of that tanning lotion, and she used a little bit too much of it. So, yeah, she did. She used a little bit too much of it. Okay, just bear with me. So let me get my pencils over here. Do I have the ink tints pencils out already? I think I do. These are some of my favorite pencils right here. So yeah, it's self tanning lotion, and she just kind of got carried away with it. Okay, so let me get some of these out, and these are watercolors, ink tints, and I really love them. So I'm going to try to find a beige color. And some of these, the coloring on the pencil lead is not what comes out on the paper. It's weird how it does that. There is a green. There is a different shade of green. There's a gray. I could use that for the camera. It's metallic. And we can use this shade, a goldy shade for her shirt. And then I need something for her trim and her lips. Okay, let's try this much. For just starters, you always check your swatch card. I kind of go with the flow, Debbie. I just do it by the seat of, I fly by the seat of my pants. Debbie is a really good artist, you guys. If you ever want to watch any of her videos, she has done a lot of them, and she's the one I learned how to do the little Ziploc, the zip baggie, the bag that I was using and putting a napkin on the outside of it. She's the one where I learned most of that from. Just saying. So I'm going to use this green to fill in the white parts of her pants. Just shade it in a little bit here. So this is mixed. true mixed media, guys. It's true mixed media where you use different products. We've got paper, we've got markers, we've got gold pens, metallic pencils, magic markers, and before it's over with, we'll probably do something watercolory on the background. And of course, paper. So this was her green pants, and then I'm going to do her green eye, the rest of her eyes up here. She's looking at you guys. She is looking. She is looking at you. Alrighty. Now I'm going to go for the red. We've got some more thundering going on out there. We had some thunders and storms come through last night when I was online with Dana. So it sounds like we're going to get a little bit more. But there's her lippers. And then I've got another shade. I don't know what shade that is. It's a brown. Red. It's got a little red tone in it. I'll just put that in her mouth. That's fine. And then this color here is going to be her shirt, going up her shoulder strap. It's a shoulder strap. And then on here, I'm going to try using this color. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's kind of got an olive, but it'll be a lighter shade. It's a type of gold there. It's a goldy olive. And we're going to make this her shirt. Just because. And we can go right over top of that gold stripe. It blends right in. And I'm going to go ahead and use this for her trim on her shirt. Like that. And her patch on her jeans. It's a matching outfit. All right. And I've got some more pencils, colored pencils that I can get another shade for her peachy skin. Her bad suntan lotion. It's going to come out. You'll see. Just give me a chance. I'll fix it. You have to go through that ugly stage to get to the pretty stage. I say that every time I art. And you think, well, what else can I do? What else can I do? And you'd be surprised. You will be surprised. And I'm going to color her buttons in with the same colors. Like that. They match. And I got her skin and then her camera. Okay, we're doing great. We just got her skin left. And I think I'm going to go with, I've got these are metallic pencils. They're not watercolor pencils. But I've got a silver a blue silver, and a mauve type metallic. So I don't know what will look good. So I'm just going to start with this one. Of course, I've got this big stripe over here with her face going through the middle of the camera. I should have drew the camera first. So we're going to see the outline of her face. And that is our mistake that we are learning from. And we understand that we should have done that part of her face. I started to stop. But we're not going to be judgmental. We're not going to hold it against me. It's just a little lesson we learn. She still looks cute. And you can't even see it from far. When I'm looking over there on the big screen, I can't even see it. So, and this is not a colored pen, a watercolor pencil, so I can't wet this. This, uh, this is a metallic pencil. I think Margaret sent me these metallic pencils. She sends me stuff, and I like it. I like all that stuff. So I still got to find a peachy color for her skin. This is a little bronze gold rose. It's like a rose gold. I'll put that on her, and that could be the decoration. We're going to make her camera a decoration, and it just so happens to be uh, along this line. Yeah, it's a decoration. There. Yeah, it's part of the decoration. Okay, so I think I'm done with these pencils. And I'm looking for a peachy for her face. And I might need to go through to my uh, I've got some pencils that I think will help me. Uh, Over here for her face. So I'm looking for a peachy color, a real light. I might even go with a fair tone. Let's see what we've got. This is a orangish. I think it's just as bad as that. I would like to have something a little bit lighter. Picky, picky, picky. There's a pink. Maybe I'll use this one for her skin. I could use a combination of those two. And I need my pencil sharpener. So we're going to try that. And I'm going to try this one and this one. And I'm going to use this one first. This is an off-white primrose yellow. And then I'll use that other one on top of it. no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I just know that sometimes when you mix some of the colors, it you'd be surprised how good it looks. That's all I'm saying. Now we're going to go over it with pink. The pink and the blush should do it. It's not my favorite, but but we're going to muddle through, and she's going to look fabulous when we get done. And I think I might end up having to do a little bit of Prismacolors. They're a little bit more waxier, and I think they will help me blend this better. So let's get the old faithful out. That's what we're going to do. So there is a pink. Trying to these are just not soft enough to shade. The Prismacolors are good. This is a rose shade. Oh, she just had one of those. Maybe she's got one of those beauty treatments on her face. She's got one of those masking things on her face. That's what it is. I was trying to get this to show up her rosy cheeks. Now, if we still don't like this, we can always do a little bit of paint. And if it's still not over yet. So uh, so let's try. If we need to, we can go with some paint. If you think this is not a good shade for her. It's an abstract. It's abstract. And maybe she's from another country. Maybe this is her skin tone. Yeah, that's what it is. It's her native skin tone. And that's it. I've colored her. I like her. And she used some of that copper tone stuff, but this is mostly her skin shade. And I could do something really fun. Let's see, these pencils came from here, and this one came from here, and then these two came from over here. I'll put them up so I won't forget. And there they go. Okay. I could take my my pen and go like this, like click. I could go click, click. She's taking a picture. And we're going to put Abby down there, but I'm going to watercolor the background first. I'm going to watercolor the background first. And I'm going to go ahead and put these back over here out of my way. And of course, it's not going to it's not going to go nicely. But anyway, that's good. Now, let's do something for the background. Any other loving suggestions that you'd like to see? We're still going to pick out a word, some words, and I've got the smile to appear pleasant or agreeable definition, and let's see if I can find something about smiling. Seems to me there is something in here about smiling. Here's another smile. So we could do more than one. Keep smiling. There's another keep smiling. So we could just do a variety of words. Like she could be, that could be a speech bubble from her. Keep smiling. Don't stop. Wouldn't that be cute? Keep smiling. I'm cutting it out. We can make it into a speech bubble. And then we had another one over here that says the definition of smile. And we're trimming it out. And then there was one more smile on a ticket. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Kind of like that. We smile when we're happy. I'm going to take it. I thought about it. I thought about it, and we're going to take it. Dollarama. Dalai Lama is a philosopher or something. A good thing. He's a good thing. Happy things. And I can trim this up and ink the edges. We've got that one and this one. And we were looking for the other smile right here, which is just a ticket of some sort. Just going to be a smiling page. I'm using it. I'm using it. And I'm going to fussy cut this out. Like that. And we will trim this one off. And we will ink the edges. And then this one, I can curve the corners by using my new corner rounder. I love this little thing. Somebody I was watching last month, that had it, and I immediately put it in my. I like the bigger curves. It has bigger curves than my other one that I have is smaller curves, and I can use the smaller one on this little guy. So this is the smaller one. It's only 5 millimeters. I didn't realize that they had vagrant, very different sizes. But this one works nice. I like it, and it's easy to use. And you can see on this little tag how it worked on the corners. So it's good to have a little bit of a variety. And it's got a catcher. It catches all of the little things. This one doesn't have a catcher. But anyway, I like them both. I highly recommend them. And then this one's already got a curvy. So is that the only ones I had for this page? Okay. Now let's figure out what we're going to do on the background. So I have a coffee brown ink, and I can do the edges up a little bit more. So that's cute. And I might see about brightening up her smile. I'll see if I can't do a little something on her smile. If it is a watercolor pencil that I used, I can get it wet. So there's that, and there's that. So these are all inked up, and I will leave this out so I can ink the outer space part. So let me find my little brush over here. Put this over there. And I'm just going to do this. it doesn't really make it too bright. Nope. So let's try it again with being wet. There we go. I think that's better. I like your lips a little redder. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. So now I'm going to clean my desk off just a little and put some of this out of my reach. And I'm going to put these right here. And what color you think the background ought to be? What color of the background? How about how about this color? It's a pearl teal. It's mint green. Or I could do watercolor. I'm going to dilute this down and make it real watery. Cream. You think a cream would look good? You know, I did a beige with white yesterday. I mixed up this beige with white in it. It's a tan. Want to go neutral? I'll show you. I'll show it to you. It's a mixture. It's very neutral. Butterroll. Your family swears you're colorblind. Well, what about tan? And if it's not enough color, I can put a little bit of that mint as highlights through it. Let's just do that. I'm going to use this. I'll use this color, and then I'm going to lightly go over it with streaks of this mint. It'll be a technique. It'll be a technique. Let's just see if we can do it. And I'll ink the edges of the paper too. It'll look really good to have it streaked. And most of the time, I I do the background before I even do the painting. But sometimes I do this. It just depends. Well, there's half of it. Okay. So this was like a beachcombers, and I added white to it for something I was doing yesterday or the day before, and it's working out fine for our wall. And I have to be careful around this ink pen because it is not permanent. It's watercolor. They smear. And I've got some hairs, some brushes from the brush starting to come out. We don't want that either. Just dabbing it on a little bit, just dabbing it. Better move that around or they'll leave a mark. It'll leave a mark. And it's curling my paper. All right. That looks good. Okay. There. I think that looks good. Good enough. And then I'm not going to even clean my brush. I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to take this mint. It's a metallic shade. And I'm just going to load my brush up. And I'm just going to lightly go up and down and kind of streak it. I'm not painting everything. Just like that. We're blending. We're blending. Now, can you tell? Can you tell? Putting my brush away. Stepping away from the project. Step away. We're gonna dry this, and we're gonna use our ink pad that we saved. We can dry this a little bit. So what do you think about that? There. There. Got that done. Now we'll put our little tags, our smiles around. And we're going to put Abby on here. She's going to have a little Abby running around. But she always stays behind. She never walks in front of my feet. She was always behind me. She was a follower. So we'll get our glue stick back. And we can put the smile. Click. Smile. And smile. How about that? Is that good enough? Okay, so let me glue it down. And we're going to put that right there. And we'll put this one right there. Smile. And we're going to put Abby down. It's about time I started making some Abbies. I'll be putting her in my art probably for a while. This is the start of it. It was Sharon's fault. She got me started. And then, but wait, there's more. I think it looks great. I'm going to take a picture of it. It's 8:23. And then I'll go ahead and post it in the book beside her. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Beth.
What you doing? What you doing? Look, I got Abby in the picture.
Took a little ride.
Oh, did you?
Yep. So there's a kind of a storm.
Did you see the?
No.
Did it cancel?
That was in Texas.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it was here, they would have canceled because there was thunder.
Tell Rebecca it was in Texas.
Okay.
Well, looky here. There's Angela Brown, sweetest girl in town. Hi, Angela. Let's see.
Okay, there she is in Facebook.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Yeah. And then, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
Yeah. It's all nice and dry.
There's Goldie. Hi, Goldie. Hello, hello. Butter Robot
Boutique.
Boutique. Butter Road Boutique and perfect.
There's more.
More. You show them all your chickens?
Yep.
What?
Oh, goodness gracious, Joe.
Got my glasses on. How many you got in tonight?
Well, I was up to 30.
30? What'd they do? Somebody holler lunch?
They saw it and they left. They
what?
said they came, they saw, and then they left.
Oh, wow.
They saw and saw what I was doing.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, great, looks good."
They said that they didn't like chickens?
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
No,
not really. I'm teasing. But they got other things to do, honey. People got things to do.
They're just not a poultry type of person.
Well, they saw most of it, and they said that is wonderful. And they're surfing. They're surfing. Yeah, they're channel surfing. Mm-hmm.
Surfing without any water.
They're channel.
Teresa Church. Are you surfing, Teresa?
No,
Sweetie?
she's been in the balcony. I know where she's
been.
So we're going to take and put.
You're my honey too, Teresa.
We're going to put this down.
Sharon Lombard. Yep. Hello. I didn't even see you there. You wasn't surfing. You was just in a shade tree, wasn't you? Trying to keep out of the sun. So I think we're gonna get a rain, not as bad as last night, but it's rode all the way around our little half quarter of the circle.
So we did a little memorial. So we'll let that dry.
Well, I hope nobody had any bad storm situations last night with that bad storm that went through. All the
It
way
was
from
pretty.
Texas
It
to,
was pretty loud.
yeah, it was booming, boomer, boomer. There's a lot of people out getting stuff. Though. Audis was completely full of those place to park. Good stop at Green Dixon. Good stop.
Did you get you a cucumber?
Cucumber?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought maybe you'd get a cucumber. We talked about a cucumber yesterday. I don't eat cucumbers.
I don't like cucumbers that much either.
I thought you liked onions, cucumber and onions.
Oh, just gonna make it, put it in my thing.
Yeah. But you don't have to use them. You could use peppers and onions and carrots and
any vegetable,
cauliflower, broccoli.
any hard vegetable
Uh-huh.
will absorb.
It's cucumber and onions, and it's in vinegar sugar water.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let this dry. I need to put the date on it. Today is the 27th. So we'll see if we can mark it.
I got you some Diet Coke, Diet Sprite.
0.
0. It's just remaining every day. It's just raining every day. It's
yeah,
this
is our rainy season anyway, so usually June, July, we get a lot of rain.
Well, the clouds were a little bit darker tonight than they were last night, and then the sun made the clouds up in the higher bracket look like red. You know what's the old thing on the storm? The guy who fishes, the sailor, the light red storm. Let's see.
Red at night, sailors delight. Red in the morn, sailors be warned.
Yeah, be warned.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
We can put our markers back up.
Did Dana show up?
No, she had some studying to do.
Oh.
She's getting ready to do her upgrade. Every year she does some continuing education classes for her radiology license that she has, and she was studying for her exam.
Wow.
And it's to keep her license current, which is
Up
a good.
to date.
Yeah, no, it's every year she does it. It's a continuing education classes.
Wow.
And she doesn't work right now, but if she were to go back to work for any reason, she would have her her license would be update. If you look closely at those pins, you will see that half of them are fine point and the other half are extra fine point. Well, I do have some like that, but these are fine points, not the extra fine points. And I do understand. I did look at some of them, but I didn't see any extra fine points. But I do understand. So we're just going to play with this for a little bit. Just for a little bit. I did look at some of them, Teresa. So thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Oh, here, I forgot to keep smiling. That's the one I was missing. Well, there it sits. La-di-da, there it sits. So I found these yesterday, and I thought they would look good in my book somehow. And I do have some more lace over here that I could also use. Do a little flip through and see what we can find. And, the vintage book. That vintage book, I can put some of these girls in this book. Let's look and see. She's pretty. I could use her in this book. Mm-hmm. I'm cutting her out. I don't have no problem cutting her out.
Don't cut her hair too short.
No, I'm not going to cut her hair. The paper rips very nicely, too.
That's good quality paper, ain't it?
It is very good paper, yeah. And we're going to leave
Yeah,
her a
Miss
little.
Debbie, she knows how to do a good job.
She's researched. She's done her homework.
Yeah, I'm going out in the garage.
So she's going in the book.
So,
Might be able to put some of this behind her. I like it. I like her right up there. That's what I like. So let's look for
you almost have to have a real good exceptional knife to cut that blue out of there, wouldn't you?
I like the blue.
The blue in it.
I left it that way. So there she is. Now let's keep looking. The only thing I can think I would like here is maybe a little bit of a outline. I've got a brush pen, something like this. Maybe just a little something, and maybe on the edges. This one needs some trimming. Like that. All right. Okay. This is a pocket. And I probably should go to the back because everything here's got stuff on every page. And the back didn't have as much. See, I brought some of the bird books and I did some clusters. And I can do some more of those. They were fun. They need a little something right here. And the vintage book with the words, I might be able to use something out of there. There were some tags with writing. She's so cute. I got to use her. I really like her. Oh, and I like her too. I might have to copy this little girl. Now, if there were any that turned out to be double-sided of the same size, I could do a tip in so that we could see both sides. Okay. So let's see now. Let's go back here again. I like them, but I'm going to have to do some decision making. Let me go back over here to the label book. This one. These were easy because there's nothing on the back sides. And the tags. Let's do this. So let me do the little corners. Like that. Okay. And then I have a hole puncher in here that will work on punching a hole right here. So there. I can put that right there. I should have put something behind it. It's not too late because it's not all the way down yet. So let's put something underneath it, like a little piece of ephemera paper or even some colored paper that if I see some colored paper in a magazine would look good behind there. A piece of map. If I find the right shade, I can put something behind that. Like this here. So let's get my scissors and take a little bit of that. Just like that. And it can be behind that along with some text paper. Some old paper. Something like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. See how that made that look? I just think that is so much better than there by itself. I like it. Good. Okay. Let's see what else we can find. See, this needs a cluster. But this one turned out okay. And I didn't put any powder on that with my pounce and my little pouncy bag that I have. I don't know what I've done with it. The powder that I was using. That I don't see. But it's too late. It's already dry now anyway, so. And I could cover it up with part of a if I don't like it or something. But I can start a cluster and build up on a cluster. This is a telephone book that I'm going to use. Part of a telephone book and part of some script, some text paper. And what else have I got over here? I could still use some more of this. Like that. And what else have I got over here? I could do a piece of lace. I'm going to fussy cut some of those. Hi Sharon. Those I'm going to fussy cut them, but I want to copy one side. Just one side is all I want. Now I've got my hot glue gun. Oh, I thought I had it plugged in. Let me plug this in, and I'll put this little piece of lace there. And while that's warming up, I will pick a word or something to put in here. So any of these would do fine. Any of these are fine. And then uh, of course, I dropped it on the floor. Of course. But I'm going after it. It'll just take me a minute to get it. Ooh, I got some of this. That would look pretty in the book. I don't remember where it came from. Somebody gave it to me, I think. Pretty sure. So this has got some scallops around it, so it'll just take me a minute to cut it out while my heat gun is gluing. My hot glue gun is warming up. Then it'll be just perfect. Almost. Just a little more. Like that. Like that. And then I might be able to get this down on top with the glue that comes through the lace. And then I can lift that up and glue it back down. Like that. That is a cluster. The hot glue gun is warm. We'll put it up out of the way. Okay. Now, Goldie, if you go over to Etsy and look them up over there, they might be less expensive because you'll be getting a digital download. And I haven't looked over there to see how much they are. So that go over there to Etsy and give us a report. Okay. Uh, Teresa says, "What book did you say that is from?" Okay. The of course, I was looking at all the Debbie Epps. This book here is Vintage Quotes and Words Ephemera. And I got it off of Amazon. Vintage Quotes. And this book here, it did not have, everything's on one side. So I don't know that this might have been less expensive because I don't have images on both sides. So we could still use some of these. And in the back of the book here, let's keep going. And I will find something to put there eventually. I'm just not going to have to do it all in one day. So I like looking through it and hunting for spots, and I'll know it when I see it if it needs to go down. I just know when I see it. This one needs a little cluster. So we're going to do it again. We will do it again, and I'm going to use my glue stick. We've been so busy tonight. We'll put that down there. And we're going to put this down here. We can still use a piece of this. And we'll put it down there. And we can use a piece of this. I've got some fabric over here. Like this. This is some sort of linen. I tried ripping it apart, but it's not cotton. It's something linen-ish. I couldn't rip it. So we're going to put some more gluey down here. And we're going to have something like this. And then something like that. And we need something on top. Not that, but something like that. Not that in particular, but we've got something like this. The only thing I don't like about this, you can't get it out. I dropped it on the floor. Heavens to Betsy. It's not doing it. So I was thinking of that. And Teresa said something with blue paper. And I have some blue paper left over from last night. So I could do a blue cluster. Mm-hmm. And I might be able to stick something behind. All of this. Like that. Just a little bit of blue behind there. I saw something blue. There's a little bit of blue in there. That looks cute. And I still might do something else. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, you know what I could also do is get my stickers out. and put a sticker on there. Let's see if I can find a little sticker that would be appropriate for the middle of that. If I can find some stickers that look nice. I like that, but I don't particularly like what it says. It says what's new. But I like the blue and I like the bird. This one says smile. It's a sticker. It's blue. I like the blue. Let's use it. It's see-through-ish. I'm just going to do it. I think that's cute. There we go. That's all we needed. See? So that's about it. This one is a sticker and it needs something else. It needs something else. And it really doesn't look good on that. It's a rainbow. It needs to be on something like that. Do I have a better piece? We'll see. We'll see later. That's all right. We know we can get it off because it's been on there all week. And this one could use something tall behind it. I've cut this paper up and something like this would look cute, in the background. Just because. Okay, dokie. I guess that's all that I'm going to do tonight. It's time to go. By the time I clean my mess up a little bit, but we will use some more of these in this book and some more of this one. And these other scrappy doos are over here for my usage, so they're not going anywhere. And so this is Tuesday, so Thursday maybe we'll just get this book back out and work a little bit more in it. I can leave it right here and we can do a little bit more. And then we'll get the napkin book back out and do some more napkin books. I'm really enjoying the napkin book to no ends. And so that's about all that I can think of for tonight. We've done really good painting and playing. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. And you guys have a wonderful rest of the evening. And I'll be back Thursday. So if you need me, you can message me and I'll get right back to you. I'm going to unplug my heat gun, glue gun, get my thingies. So, good night, everybody. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you so much. I will see you guys soon. Good night.